it just completely dropped the call or the hangout, and it just stopped. So sorry about that. This is leadership part 2. So if you haven't watched the first one, go back and watch that and then watch this one. So I'm going to pick up where I left off. I think I was talking about Jen Hawkins saying it took 7 months to go gold on both her legs. And for a lot of you, I know you're discouraged. Your PV may not be where you want it to be. Your team building efforts may not be coming to fruition. You may not be seeing that, and you may have people on your team and they're just not doing anything. But all of this is really about self-reflection, and it's really honestly about personal development and leadership. It really, really is. And that's one of the reasons why I really love this business, and I get so much out of it, because I didn't leave my career in educational leadership. Like, this is what I do through Plexus as well. So I get a lot of I get fed doing this, quite honestly, because when things aren't going the way I want them to go, I have to look inward, and I have to figure out, okay, what do I need to do differently? So when I say that, I really mean that, because there are people on this team that have done extremely well, and they were not doing that great in the beginning because they were just starting their business. So there are people on this team who have a ton of potential to do well in this business. And everybody can do this, but there are some people who naturally have certain skill sets that put them in a position to do well initially, right from the bat, whether it's that they have a lot of influence, they have big networks, they're really good at talking to people, they're relationship people, they have a lot of credibility. Maybe it's what they do, their background gives them a little bit more credibility. There are certain things that give some people an edge when they first start this business. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have those skill sets that you can't do well in this business. It just means that you're going to have to work harder at developing yourself and developing your leadership skills. And so just one simple example for me, I am not comfortable just pushing my business on people. So it doesn't come naturally to me for me to just always find a way to bring up Plexus in any setting, any environment, any situation. That is not my strength at all. And because I'm so not a salesperson, I try my best to never come off that way. So there have been times that I've probably really missed out on some great opportunities because I was, not bold enough to talk to people right from the start, However, my strength is educating, is talking and educating people. And so your strength may be that you can talk to a wall, you can talk to anybody and not make it sound pushy, and you can get anybody to give Plexus a shot. Whereas that's not my strength. But then you may not be as strong at presenting or sharing the opportunity, whether it's the product line or the business opportunity, in public, in front of people. Public speaking is really what I'm saying. So you just have to figure out, okay, what are my strengths, and focus on those strengths. And those things that you need to work at, just try to develop. And in a lot of ways, I see some of you in your teams, and you've got great potential in your teams, but you're not honing in on that potential. You're just waiting on them to do something. And you can't wait on people to do something. You just can't. Now, that I'm not saying, hear me out here. I'm not saying that you have to force people to work their business, because you cannot do that. You cannot force people to work their business. If they don't want to do a meeting, if they don't want to present, if they don't want to start hosting opportunity events or informational events, in their state, in their home, wherever, that's on them, okay? Because we have given everyone the tools to be able to do that. And it's been proven that that's the number one way to build your business, okay? You can't just keep hiding behind Facebook. If you really want to go far in this business. If you just want to make a couple $100s a month, $500-$600 a month, you can do that easily, even more, just posting on Facebook consistently and making quality posts. But you cannot go to the top of this business and just post on Facebook. You just can't. It's not going to happen. So bottom line is, you have the ability to really pour into your teams. But a part of pouring into your teams is not just trying to build belief in your team and develop your team. Most of this is you developing yourself and leading by example. So that's the reason why I honestly feel like my team has grown and has been thriving. Because when I made a decision that I was going to focus on developing myself, that's when things started coming, fall into place for me. Um, I choose to lead by example. I don't ever want to tell somebody, hey, let's do a gold silver challenge. And I'm asking my team to go silver and to add 3 people to their team if I'm not always consistently attempting and normally achieving adding 3 people to my own level 1 team. Okay. I can't continue to be a leader that people want to follow if I'm not just talking the talk, but walking the walk. Okay. A lot of this is leading by example. So I hope that these points really encourage you to do a little bit of self reflection and to really make a decision that you're just going to focus on developing yourself in the slow times. Okay. Because there, in the beginning of my business, in the beginning of really when I started taking my business seriously in June, um, it was growing, but it was still kind of slow. I was doing a couple events a month. But as far as me having a lot of activity on my team page was very new. So I hadn't developed into the leader that I am today as far as really having a great interactive team page where people are posting and we're exchanging information back and forth and I'm sharing information on a regular basis. I just hadn't gotten there. So in those slow times, I always studied. I always was studying the products, looking at Plexus Journeys page, reading testimonials. So I would have really a library in the back of my head when someone said, "Oh, I have plantar fasciitis," or "I have neuropathy," or "I have this." Whatever someone says, at this point, I kind of have it in my mental memory bank that, oh, okay, I read this testimonial about this person, or I listened to this opportunity call that had this person that needed to gain weight on Plexus. They ended up gaining 20 pounds instead of losing, and that was their goal because they wanted to gain weight. So you really have to start investing in developing yourself and truly just really studying the products and studying this business opportunity, learning about network marketing. That's going to help build your belief that this is possible and that it's legitimate and that is honestly the best way. This is like one of the best business models I've ever seen. It's pure genius. And the whole idea of passive residual income, it's, I feel so ignorant that I didn't know anything really about true residual income and what it can do for your life, your quality of life, and for your financial future. I feel really ignorant that I didn't know anything about this up until just two years ago, not even 2 years ago. So I hope that this was beneficial. Um, I really would like to see some really incredible leaders grow from our team. I believe that we have some already. They're in the making. So if you are in a place where you just kind of want to know more, you want to see, could this be for me? Could I make it to diamond? Could I make it to emerald? If you really want to figure that out and see if it's possible, feel free to reach out to me. A lot of you are far removed from me at this point because I have lots of level 2s and level 3s, and you're in different states, you're in totally different parts of the country. So I just encourage you to reach out to me via Facebook Messenger, or you can go in your upline report, your investor genealogy report, and look at your upline report. I should be in there. And you can text me if you have my phone number. If you don't have my phone number, it's 469-734-7923 if you want to chat. And I really want this for my friends and family. I honestly believe that this is an opportunity of a lifetime. I know that it's an opportunity of a lifetime, and I really, really, really want everyone who wants this to be successful. So I hope everyone has an awesome day and go Plexus.